Do not buy a used Hellcat, ScatPack, or RT for any reason. You want to know why? Here's why.
Whoa! Look at us marking. Wow! He tore it off. Wow!
Money, we get money out here. He got a track off too, bro. Hey.
Each and every last one of those cars are probably going to be for sale within the next year to year and a half to 2 years, which means you are going to be online looking at those cars, looking at the low mileage and saying to yourself, oh, this looks like a good deal. It's a 2023, 2022, only 30,000 miles, gently used, all highway miles. I think I got a deal. You don't. Let's talk about it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Knockout 360 here with another video, man. So you can tell I'm in a car that makes this a car vlog. You already know how it's going down when I come around. Let's get into it. Car content, car shows, car reviews, car meets, anything and everything car related happens on this channel. So if you're into that, make sure that you stick around because you're in the right place. For everyone else, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you know what's coming out and when it's coming out. It is 68 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm lying to you. It's 78 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina. It is absolutely beautiful, man. I'm sitting outside. I got the sunroof open, the windows cracked. I pulled the cat out. I'm chilling, man. So, I mean, it's going to be a good video. I shouldn't be sweating too much. There's a bug in this car, which is what happens when you roll the windows down, but whatever. So obviously, guys, let me correct my intro. There is nothing wrong with buying used Chargers and Challengers, ScatPacks, Hellcats, whatever. What I did want to mention is that after going to that crazy ass car meet this weekend, right? And looking at those cars, looking at the stuff that those guys were doing to those cars. First and foremost, you know that would never be me. My car was safe and sound, parked in the grass, yards, hundreds of yards away from the action. So you know my Hellcat saw none of that. I don't even think my Hellcat got any of the smoke contact from the smoke that was coming off of those guys' tires. So you know I wouldn't be doing that. But see, here's the reality of the situation, man. And I've said this in some of my videos prior to. There is a difference between Dodge miles and everybody else's miles, right? If you were to go out and get a Honda, a Toyota, a Hyundai, Jeep, excluding the Trackhawk, Ford, probably excluding the Mustang, you were to go out and get any one of those manufacturers and you were to find a used car with 50, 60,000 miles on it, that's a deal. Depending on the year and the age of the car and all that stuff, that's a deal. You go out and get you a 2020 Honda Civic EX or LX or whatever, and that thing's got 50, 60,000 miles on it. I mean, that's a deal because it's a Honda. And you know Hondas are great. Those Hondas are going to be around for hundreds of thousands of miles, 100, 150, 200,000 plus, right? You know how Hondas are built. Toyota, same thing. Ford, probably the same thing, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Dodge, however, not so much. 50, 60,000 miles on the Dodge, specifically a ScatPack or a Hellcat, even an RT. Those are suspect miles, to say the least. And I say that to say, like, you see what people do to their cars. I saw red eyes that lost bumpers.
Tore the bumper off. He tore his bumper off.
I saw other Hellcats that blew tires.
He got money, bro. Yeah, that nigga ain't near my money. We get money. We get money out here.
I saw side fender wells that were completely blown off because they got hit in the middle of the pit.
Oh! Damn.
That can't be good for the axle, for the rear axle. That can't, obviously it's not good for the tires, right? Hellcat, ScatPack, RT miles are completely different from everybody else's miles when it comes to these cars. Obviously, I got no problem with you buying used. I was capping a little bit in the intro just to kind of draw you in, a little clickbait, if you will. I got no problem buying used. I advocate people buying used. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? From a financial perspective, it makes sense. I mean, right now, Hellcats are going for almost 6 figures. Red eyes are going for 6 figures plus. Brand new ScatPacks are going for almost 65, 70 plus. Go out, get you a used cap, all right? And it's yours, right? Once you make that first payment, you put your name down on the paperwork, it's yours, regardless of who owned it first. I'm only saying when you buy used Dodge vehicles, ScatPacks, Hellcats, Chargers, Challengers, Durangos, Trackhawks, even Ram TRXs, What else am I missing here? I said Durango Hellcat, Durango 392. When you buy these cars, just because you see low miles on them doesn't mean you're getting a hell of a deal. You could be getting a hell of a lemon. 20, 30,000 miles on a ScatPack or a Hellcat. Let's keep it simple and limited to the Scats and the Cats. 20, 30,000 miles on a ScatPack on paper looks like a hell of a deal. You go out and get you a 2020, 21 wide body, 22 wide body with 20, 30,000 miles. You're looking at it like, oh my God, my prayers are answered. I found a unicorn. Little do you know, that 23,000 mile ScatPack or Hellcat was in a burnout pit in North Carolina getting active. Bumper got torn off. Rear fender wells got torn off. Rear passenger door got a dent in it because it took another ScatPack to the side of it. You know what I'm saying? These cars get beat on. I was looking at these cars like that. I know that's not gonna be cheap. Like, I know people got money. One thing y'all never do is pocket watch. I don't get into that. You know what I'm saying? What you do with your automobile, it's your business. It's your car. You're paying for it. You do as you please with it. If you want to take that Hellcat engine out and put a motherfucking VTEC in there, you can do it. It's your car. You can do as you please. But just seeing how these people were beating the shit out of their cars that day. And it was one of those things like, me personally, if I get in a swing pit and somebody hit my shit, for one, I'm going to be mad, right? And I understand the rules are, listen, if you get in a swing pit, whatever happens, happens. I get all that. But at the end of the day, learn how to swing your damn car. If you swing your shit into my passenger seat or my driver's side door, we're going to have a discrepancy right there in the middle of the pit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be swinging more than cars. You feel me? That's number one. But number two is, damn, these are SRT products. There's nothing cheap about SRT products. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing cheap about ScatPacks and Hellcats. I had to have my, on my ScatPack, I had to have my front bumper replaced because somebody hit me. I had to have the whole bumper replaced. And it was a wide body, obviously. And my insurance quoted me $7,000 for that because it was a SRT product, quote unquote SRT wide body product. Now, of course, my insurance helped me out. And they took care of me. All I had to pay was the deductible. But I mean, $7,000 for a front end. Come on, G. That's not small money. At least not to me. For you guys out there that's got it like that, you do what you please. Matter of fact, don't even watch this video because you're not buying used cars. You're buying brand new everything. But for the other 95, 98% of the population out there, $7,000 for a front end is a lot of damn money. And I watched these guys beat the shit out of their car. And I watched, like, one particular guy got his fender well ripped off because he got hit by another Scat Charger. His was a red eye. It was a red eye. The fender well got ripped off. The door got hit. And by the end of the night, he was back out there swinging. And I'm like, these some wild boys out here. You know what I'm saying? North Carolina got some wild ones. I think Virginia was there too. I think it was mostly North Carolina though. But North Carolina got some wild boys because apparently people got some deep pockets. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't give a damn about these cars getting hit. If so much as a rock chip hits my damn front end and I see a scuff, I'm going straight to my insurance department and I'm having them go 50-50 with me or 60-40 or 70-30. I'm not paying that out of my pocket. You know what I mean? But getting back to what I was originally saying, like, these are the same cars that in a year and a half, 2 years will be on the market, will be on the used car market. And here you are looking for a used Hellcat, red eye, ScatPack, RT, Charger, Challenger, and you see a red eye with 23,000 miles. You see a Hellcat with 18,000 miles, and you looking at it like you done got a unicorn. Little do you know, everything under the hood of that car is blown out. You know what I'm saying? Everything is blown out. That fender well has been replaced 3 times. They've had 4 sets of tires on that car. With 19,000 miles, you should only have 1 set of tires, but that car has had 4 sets because they've been burning the shit out them tires and beating on that car. You're looking at it like, man, I'm getting a Hellcat 19,000 miles and they only want 78, 83, 81, 80. Oh my God, I'm getting the deal. Little do you know you are riding on the ticking time bomb. I had a homeboy. This was a couple years ago. He went out and bought a SRT 8 Charger. I don't know why he bought a SRT 8. He should have just got a modern day ScatPack, but he wanted the old body style. And this particular SRT 8 Charger had about 63,000 miles on it. Now, 63,000 miles For a Honda, that's nothing. 63,000 for a Toyota, that's nothing. 63,000 for a Hyundai, that's nothing. What am I looking at here? 63,000 for a Nissan, that's nothing. 63,000 for a SRT8 Charger, that damn thing is ready to blow. And when he bought it, and he paid 52 at the time, if I'm not mistaken. I'm lying, he paid 42. He paid 42 for a SRT8 Charger, black on black, black leather. It was clean, no doubt. The outside looked immaculate. He bought it, and it only had, like I said, he bought it for 42. It only had, what did I say, 62,000 miles, 62,000 miles on it. By the time he hit 70,000 miles, he had to replace his rear differential. He had to replace all the spark plugs, and I think you're supposed to do that at about 60,000 miles anyway, but the previous owner didn't do it. He had to replace a whole lot. And before you know it, I think he told me that year, the first year that he owned it, he had put almost, I think he said, $8,000 in repairs in that car. I'm not talking about modifications. I'm talking about repairs just to get the damn car running. He had put almost $8,000 into it. I'm saying that to say, guys, there is nothing wrong with buying used. Buying used in this particular market makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? Financially, from a financial perspective, buying a used car, there is nothing wrong with buying a used car whatsoever. You know, I don't want you to take away from this video that I'm saying you got to buy brand new. You got to buy brand new. It's got to be a sticker with your name on it. That's not the case. What I'm telling you is that do your damn homework when you go and look at a ScatPack or a Hellcat. Because nobody buys these cars for the luxury. Like, I've got a fully loaded jailbreak Hellcat here, and this car looks exactly like my 2020 V6. I got to be real with you. The only difference is the fact that the steering wheel lights up at night, and I've got the silver flat bottom, and the material on the dashboard is a little different. But it looks like every other Charger that I've had prior to. So nobody buys these cars for luxury. Don't get me wrong, they're great cars in the sense that they get you from A to B, but nobody buys it for the feasibility of them. These are terrible on gas cars. I'm getting 12 miles to the gallon right now on my Hellcat. If I drove it Monday through Friday, I would be at the gas station 2 to possibly 3 times, filling up again. So nobody buys them for the efficiency or for the feasibility. They buy them because of what's under the hood of that car. They buy them for that big-ass 6'4". They buy them for that big-ass 6'2". And they buy them for the big-ass 5'7". I love my 5'7" brothers and sisters out there. But they buy them for the engine. They want the sound, they want the look, and they want the performance. And you get all that with these cars, no doubt. But at the same time, people will abuse the hell out of them. I have seen brand new ScatPacks and Hellcats that are in the shop because of one hell of a weekend, if that makes sense. Right? Now, don't get me wrong. These cars, for the most part, are built for the smoke show, right? I mean, there's a mode. Every ScatPack and Hellcat has line lock in it, which basically is a software program that literally lets you roast your tires. You can roast your damn tires until your car is sitting on flats, and the car will let you. And that's perfectly within the capability and scope of operation of the car, you know? So it's like, let's not act like these are meant to be, you know, pavement queens from the factory. They're not. They're built to be built on. Oh, they're built to be beat on, if that makes sense. I said that correctly. They're built to be beat on. I get that. But hard pulls and burnouts on the occasion is totally different from swinging your shit at 40 miles an hour in a swing pit and having somebody take their Hellcat or their Charger or Challenger and ram it into the side of your car, or completely ripping off the front end or the rear bumper and the fender flares. I saw it all this weekend, and that just got me to thinking, like, each and every last one of those scats and cats that went crazy at some point are going to be on the used car market. And you're going to be the one looking at that scatter cat, looking at it like, oh, 30,000 miles for a Hellcat? That's a hell of a deal. 30,000 for a scat? That's a hell of a deal. Little do you know, that car has been beat on more than Evander Holyfield in his boxing career. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you guys, when you go out and you decide that you want to buy a used Scat Cat or even RT, RTs are worse because people think that, you know, RTs don't have it like that. Yeah, they do. RTs get jiggy. I see RTs in the burnout pits all the time, beating on them too. That poor 5.7 just getting beat on. So don't think for a second that just because you want an RT that you're exonerated from worrying about your car being a lemon. You're not. The only Dodge Chargers and Challengers that are safe is V6s because let's be honest here. I'm not trying to be that guy. You can't do much with the V6, right? My rally package, I don't think I ever got sideways, even in the rain, even on purpose, even on accident. I drove that car in the snow and I was still gripping. You know what I'm saying? So let's not act like V6s can do much. RT, scats, and cats. If you are in the market for an RT, a scat, or a cat, you better do your damn homework on the car that you are about to buy. Otherwise, you're going to be at the shop with Jose and Jose B, and they're going to be looking at you like, why did you buy this piece of shit? Listen to your boy Knockout. Now, if you want to go use, go use. Save that money, save that principal, go use. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that it is. I don't want you to take that from this video. There's nothing wrong with buying used. I may clickbait in the title and the thumbnail and in the intro, but take it from me, the gist of this argument is that, or the gist of this video, is there's nothing wrong with buying used. But you have to buy correctly. You need to buy correctly. In other words, you need to make sure that you're buying the correct used vehicle. There are a lot of scats and cats out there that are used, that have been treated properly, that have been driven properly, that maybe have seen, like whoever got my ScatPack, shout out to my dude out there because he hit me. He's in Columbus, Georgia. So if you see a wide body ScatPack Charger blacked out, I think he took the stripes off, so you probably wouldn't even know. But whoever he is, he's getting a decent ScatPack. I did 3 burnouts in that ScatPack. I did 1 burnout when I was learning how to use line lock, and then I did the other 2 literally the day that I sold it. You know what I'm saying? The day that I sold it, I was like, fuck it. This ain't even my car no more. But I never swung it. I did a bunch of hard pulls, hard acceleration, but the car is built for that. You know what I'm saying? Whoever got my Scat, they got a great car. Like, it was taken care of. Everything that was done to it was documented. I took it to Dodge every single time. The same dealership that I bought it from was the dealership that operated on it. I never took it to Jose or Jose B. It always went to the official Dodge dealership. So all of the records is literally in writing. And there are a lot of Dodge owners that are like that. God forbid I have to sell my Hellcat. I guarantee you they're getting a brand new, damn near brand new Hellcat. There are a lot of Dodge owners like that. So there are a lot of Dodge, used Dodge Chargers and Challengers, scats and cats and everything in between that are in perfect condition, ready for a new owner. But there are some that have been beaten on and are lemons that are for sale. So I'm telling you guys, when you go and you buy these cars, do your research on them. Look at them, test drive them, take them on the highway, hit 120, hit 130. Do a hard pull. Even if the salesman is tripping, say, listen, man, this is a ScatPack. I got to know what I'm getting into. You feel me? I can't just walk off the lot with this car just because you're saying that it's in good shape and the Carfax say that it's all good. Because a lot of times what'll happen is these cars will get into big ass accidents, like, well, not even accidents, but they'll be in a swing pit and go crazy. And what that person will do is they'll just pay out of pocket to get it fixed. And that doesn't go on your Carfax, to my understanding. It doesn't go on your Carfax until, what, you report it to your insurance, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of these guys are not going to report it to the insurance because they can't justify what happened to it. They can't tell them, oh, I was in a burnout pit and another Charger rammed my, my driver's side door. That's not a justifiable reason for the insurance company. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys will just pay out of pocket and have the damage taken care of. So little do you know, you're getting a car that technically has been in 3 accidents, but was never reported on Carfax. So just do your research is all I'm talking to you guys. I've held you up long enough. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, so I got no problem talking. I'm not sweating. It's all good. It's 72 degrees. It's all good in Charlotte, man. So like I said, guys, before you buy used, do your homework. Once you've done your homework and you realize that it's a good car, jump on that motherfucker immediately. It's been your boy Knockout 360. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.